Hello world, 4 to 6 Americans eat 1 to 3 snacks per day. And one of those snacks being popcorn. And today, the owner of Poppin in the City, Terril. Welcome to After the Break.
Hey, good morning, man. How
Morning, morning. Glad to have you. I saw Poppin in the City, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think popcorn. That's a catchy name, man. You definitely great
Yes,
choice on the
sir.
name. So Poppin in the City, man. Tell us all about it. What was the brainchild behind Poppin in the City?
Oh man, Poppin in the City, man. We're celebrating 3 years now, and going back to its inception. It started with a conversation on social audio. That's a part of our brand story. Started with a conversation on Clubhouse. I spent a lot of time on Clubhouse when they first came out. I've been on that since 2020, and late 2021 is when I heard a conversation around popcorn. It was an entire room sharing popcorn, eating popcorn. Now, mainly those that were on stage, they were eating popcorn from another popcorn brand that was present in that space, shared their popcorn with people like Grant Cardone, John Legere, and a few others. He just randomly sent it to them, and as they began to call out these flavors, I was astonished by it, man. I was wow. Hearing them say, "Oh, I'm eating dill pickle. I'm eating hot wings. I'm eating this butter is so good." They were eating crab leg type popcorn as well, and I was just like, "Wow, it's crazy." And then we were stationed in Fort Lewis, Washington, during the time, and my wife was transitioning to retire, and our goal was to move back to Tennessee, but we didn't know what business idea we were going to launch. We know we were going to get in business for ourselves. And I was already in business in the credit repair space, but we wanted a product. We wanted a retail store. We were thinking about a food truck as well, because we both have food service background. We were chefs in the military. And that sparked an idea. And I was like, wow, I don't think Clarksville have something like this, and I would like to bring it to that area. I began to do market research, found out that there were several in Nashville, which is an hour away. There's one in Charlotte, Tennessee, which is 45 minutes away, but not local in this area. And I said, hey, I think we need to do this, because with this, it's scary, J. Paul, because if it's not here, what happened to the ones that were here before?
Mm.
The other thing is, if it's not here and we're the first, we're cornering the market and taking a risk. So are we going to take this risk and give people popcorn during this pandemic, or are we going to just do what somebody else is doing? And so we decided to dive in. And here we are today, 3 years later.
3 years later, with over 25 flavors.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
I heard you mention flavors, lobster flavors. Okay. You also mentioned your military background, of you and your wife. Man, thank you so much for your contributions and sacrifice to the nation, man. God bless you both.
Absolutely.
With your culinary background in the military, is that what inspired some of the flavors on your menu?
Absolutely, bro. You know, being having a culinary background, being a chef, and also I was an instructor for new recruits that were coming in the military as well. And creating recipes, there's a science behind it. Creating a recipe from scratch, like just going from the raw material to actually creating that end product, it's a transferable skill. And I began to tap into that and realize, like, okay, if we understand how to make hot wings and loaded potato and garlic parmesan toast, we know how to do that. I'm from Georgia, so I understand what you're saying. I was born in Augusta, raised about an hour and 45 minutes from Savannah, middle country. We make the best banana pudding down there in red velvet cake. Those flavors had to come on here. So as we began to study popcorn, man, I said, yeah, that's going to be too easy, because all we got to do is take this same flavor and taste and figure out how we can get it on popcorn and get it to the market. And that's exactly what we did. I believe this, even as a business coach, anything you do in the world now as a W-2 worker, a salary worker, even if you're 1099, it's a transferable skill into something greater that can change the world. And we're doing that, man. We're changing the world one kernel at a time by bringing that same skill set that we had as culinarians into the popcorn industry And we've done that. Not only we have 25, we have actually 33 now active flavors.
That's dope. And would cream of wheat be an option?
Cream of wheat, cream of wheat would not be an option because that's an epic fail. The reason being, first of all, we eat grits in the South. Cream of wheat, I don't do cream of wheat. I would raise up on peas grits now. If you were to ask, say, hey man, would grits be an option? I would say that's possible because we can get cheese grits in a bag. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
cream of wheat, that's out. It's not.
Yeah, and that was a jab at inflation, you know.
And we got popcorn wars going on, and he got a bag of caramel popcorn loaded with maple. I think it was a maple brown sugar cream of wheat. And popcorn wars is starting because you had inflation, you got Jonathan, you got others. They're doing gag gifts, and what they're doing, we're sending real popcorn, but on the side of that, there's some jokes, there's some fun, there's some laughter happening, and so we're still able to use that concept. So he sent a bag of cream of wheat popcorn to inflation, and man, it was a fun game.
Just to compliment that, I mean, the fact that you have 30 plus flavors, you know, and like you mentioned, your culinary background, for those who may not know, knowing those in-depth details about flavors, all those blendings of flavors and just taste, and whether different levels of sweetness, different levels of bitter, different levels of salt. You know, it takes a certain level of expertise to understand and know that. To even have the know-how to add cream of wheat. So but I think that's also
now,
a
that
difference.
was a non-edible.
Yeah, it's a non-edible.
He couldn't eat that. No, that was trash.
It's a great spin and a twist to put the fun on popcorn and add your own blends to it. I think that's a different. I never heard that before. So that's dope. Doing the bag wars, mixing what you may think may be good blends. Because I used to like the like a bubblegum blue popcorn.
Yep.
That was one of my favorite with the raspberry. So like raspberry popcorn. But a lot of these new flavors, like you said, chicken wing, loaded baked potato.
We have the candies now, the Jolly Rancher style, the bubble gum. Like we have watermelon, cotton candy, strawberry, what's other blueberry, green apple. You know, green apple. That's a hot flavor. So we try to match the colors with the flavors.
Some people fear trying new flavors because of bad experiences in the past where they may have been overpowered with flavor. Some being too powdery, some being too glazed. Where's the fine line of balance when blending these flavors together?
You know, it was a challenge. The first year, one of the main things that was priority for us is to get feedback from our customers, get feedback from our popcorn lovers. And in the beginning, there was some say, "Oh man, that's too sweet. You know, that's too salty. That's a little bit too strong on the green apple." And then we knew then how to pull back based on the feedback from the customer. For us, you know, oftentimes in business, what's good for us, we think it's good for the customers. But even though it was good to us, we needed feedback from the market to tell us how things are going. Because sometimes we can be very deceptive and have an ego about, oh, I think this is the best because our taste buds. But we had to really play with these flavors and vendors, J. Paul, because you know, I can get great value sugar, or I can get sugar from another vendor. I can get butter from Walmart or Dollar General, or I can get this butter from another. So those things matter. And I like what you said, that aftertaste and things, all that come into factor. So the vendor, the creators of the ingredients that we're getting from, that was important. And balance is a science to it. Sometimes we have to do a less teaspoon or add a tablespoon. Sometimes add more, another cup of sugar, or take away a cup. But it all came from getting feedback from the market that help us narrow down the power of these flavors, for lack of a better term.
So what has been the response from the community as far as your flavors is so far?
Oh man, so if you look at our Google reviews, I haven't looked at it lately, but last time I checked, it's 5.0. We ain't got no 4.9, 4.8, and all this other things, man. So yeah. The people are speaking, man, and they're saying this is some of the best popcorn they've ever had. The freshness is a big deal to them because we cook in small batches. So nothing that you eat is over 5 days old. If it is, it's a candy coated flavor because that freshness is preserved. But any of our savories, man, yeah, less than 3 to 5 days, small batches, they're gonna get that freshness. Right now, still in the lead is our Chicago remix. We call it Chicago remix because your regular Chicago style is cheese and butter, cheese and caramel. We added a splash of butter, and those flavors go crazy. Banana pudding on our premium list is still the top because it comes loaded with the vanilla cookies, vanilla wafers, and bananas. And we have a high level, high quality chocolate, no cheap chocolate. That's not Hershey's chocolate that's exported in. And so those two right now are still in the lead as the top two flavors out of the 33.
And to the people out there, just looking at the menu alone, just looking at the website, I mean, hey, man, it look like you can eat the screen. I'm saying, it look like you can eat the screen. So, Terril, Poppin in the city, Clarksville, Tennessee. How are they responding to Poppin in the city around the Fort Campbell area?
Well, man, listen, they love us out here, man. You know, we even made a popcorn called Aerosol Drizzle because Fort Campbell is home of the 101st Aerosol Division. And I am Aerosol. And me and my wife both was alumni of the 101st Division. We both served there several years. And so we had to dedicate one of our flavors to the Aerosol Division. And also the city of Clarksville loves us because we're always involved in community. We're outside. I think that's what the young people say. We're always outside, right? Yeah. And like I said, we're changing lives one kernel at a time, and we give away so much popcorn because we believe in sharing, and we believe sharing is caring. And because popcorn is a comfort food with these flavors, it sparks so many good conversations and good connections to the point where we add value to where we're at, not just by selling popcorn and being a profitable business, but we're very profitable relationships because we're showing up in times of need, we're giving back, we're sponsoring, and we're doing our part as much as we can.
Absolutely. That's a beautiful thing. And giving back to the community in that way, along with the flavors you produce, will always keep you popping in the city.
Yes, sir.
So, Terril, man, I thank you so much, good brother, not only for your service, but for what you're doing to keep good flavor in people's mouths, man, and keep smiles and joy in people's lives with these great snacks, man. Popcorn is one of those snacks, man. It's like potato chips. It's a snack that'll never go away.
Yeah. One thing I say often, J. Paul, you know, and this is my new quote. Y'all can steal it. Life's a movie. Get your popcorn. Because I believe that we're in a movie right now. Every day, we have to decide what part of the movie you're in. You may just lost somebody, and this is the sad part. You may just hit the lottery, and this is the part where you went from sugar to shit. I ain't gonna say you went.
Yeah.
From the bottle, now you're here, right?
Yeah.
Or the movie is ending, and you just feel like I'm retiring. I've done it all. Whatever. Find out where you're at in the movie. Get some popcorn. Let's enjoy. Leave the stress alone. There's more for us to be happy about. And so let's do it again with popcorn, man. I appreciate you, bro. This was a wonderful episode. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure to be on your show, bro.
Likewise. Thank you for being with me. And thank you for sharing, man. And for everybody out there, check him out on poppininthe.com. Just Google Poppin in the City and it'll pop up on your screen. So, Terril, on social media, you mind sharing your contact with the people?
Yeah, we're on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram. You can check us out on TikTok as well at Poppin in the City. Just put in Poppin in the City, man. You'll see our content. You'll see exactly what's going on with us. We share coupon codes. We share deals. Sometimes we have sales. But, man, hey, follow us. Let's get popping.
Absolutely. And there it is, man. And once the kernel hit the heat, you got something to eat, man. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good old snack. Yeah. So, yo, Terril.
I got to think.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna get the one with the movie. I like that one. That's a first, man. Real exclusive. Hey, Poppin in the City, definitely Poppin in the City. And as you can see, a first of many things. So, Terril, man, continue the great work that you all are doing out there in Tennessee. And hope to see you around the country, man, and a lot more places popping up in other cities.
Absolutely. Salute, bro.
Yes, sir. Respect and salute. Till next time. We gone.